What's going on, everybody? Jolt here from the Token Minorities, and I am back with the sign-up video for Summer Showdown 2018. This is our third annual Summer Showdown for the draft community, of course playing in the draft format, and let me tell you, I am excited for this event. A lot of effort has already gone into this behind the scenes, and obviously we have a whole lot of fun coming your way once the tournament starts off. And I know a lot of you guys are really excited to play in this tournament. If you don't want to sit through this whole video, feel free, I guess, to go down in the description below and check out the application that you do have to fill out to sign up for this tournament. As long as you fill that application out correctly, you will be added to the tournament field, so make sure to do that. And one very quick note before you tune me out: the very last question gives a link to the tournament's Discord server. Make sure to join the Discord server before you submit your application, because it's much easier for us to put everything together if everyone's already together in the same place in our TTM Tournaments Discord server. I think I'll also provide a separate link to that in the description below, just to make sure that you guys are in there. So yeah, make sure to go take care of that. Now, for all of you who are sticking around and wanted to hear a little bit of an explanation before signing up, maybe you're a little bit unsure, let me go ahead and give you some details. So the most important date that you need to have in mind is September 1st. September 1st is the day of the bracket round, and if you are to advance to the bracket round, which actually is pretty challenging considering, spoilers, we're going to be going for a new record here in terms of the size of this tournament this year. We're shooting for 256 people in this tournament. If you manage to make it to the top 64 bracket round, or I guess the top 32 of the bracket round, those games will be played entirely on September 1st and live streamed. So make sure that if you're going to sign up for this tournament, that your schedule is available on September 1st. If you sign up and your schedule is not available on September 1st, well, it's going to be pretty obvious, because there's a question on the application that makes sure that your schedule is available on that day. So please make sure that is the case, and don't lie in the sign up on the application. Make sure that your schedule is available on that day. So basically how this is going to work then is we're going to have ideally 256 people signing up for this tournament. We're going to split you up into your own little draft groups. We're going to just do a simple budget draft system. I believe 95 points is what we're going to go with for this draft. You're going to break into your draft groups, you're going to draft your teams, you're going to then be divided into some pools where you will have 2 rounds of pool play. You'll need to advance out of both of those rounds of pool play to be able to advance into the bracket round. So honestly, you're going to sign up for this today, maybe tomorrow, potentially if there's still spots available, but most likely, if history is any lesson to us, you're not going to have any spots available tomorrow. So make sure to sign up as soon as possible if you are wanting to play in this tournament. But probably what's going to happen here is tomorrow we're going to end up starting the drafts. We might even start some of the drafts tonight, potentially, if all goes as quickly as it possibly could. I think last year it actually filled up in a little over an hour, maybe even a little under an hour, all the spots that we had. So like I was saying, it fills very quickly. We do have more spots this time around with the 256, but I still think it's probably going to fill pretty quickly. So don't miss out on your chance if you really want the chance to play in this tournament. But that's basically how it's going to work. 2 rounds of pool play as well as the bracket round on September 1st. The first round of the bracket round is actually going to be played the day before the day of the live stream, just to speed things up a little bit on September 1st, to keep the Europeans from having to stay up, too late on that weekend. I always feel bad whenever a European has to stay up super late, or even when an Australian has to wake up really early on the day of the bracket, but unfortunately time zones are something we have to work around. So just to go through a few things on the application very quickly, most of it is very self-explanatory. Just make sure to fill it all out to the best of your ability. There's a couple questions asking for a YouTube channel and a Twitter link. Neither of those are necessarily required, but if you want to have a place to maybe plug your social media, that would be a good place to do it. There's also questions asking for your team name as well as your team acronym. In my case, if you followed me in the GBA, my team name is the Kansas City Giraffe Chiefs. My team acronym is KCJ. So just fill that out accordingly, as well. Like I said, the vast majority of it is self-explanatory. Include your region as well, just so that we can put you with a draft group that meets your time zone. We don't want Europeans to be stuck with Americans and Americans stuck with Australians and etc. if we can avoid it. So that's something that we try to keep tabs on as well. And there is one other thing I wanted to point out, I guess two other things. One being to please include your team logo if you have one, even if you don't plan to purchase any merchandise with it this time around. Please do include your logo, because we're trying to take a step up with the graphics for the tournament this time around. And if all goes according to plan, your logos are actually going to be included as a part of that if you have one. So please do include that. Also make sure the background's transparent on those logos. That'll make my job a whole lot easier whenever I'm putting those together. But the other thing I wanted to talk about very briefly is the TTM store, where you can purchase customized merchandise as you wish. We have t-shirts available that you can have pretty much any color for. Those typically run about $18.79 USD. We have mugs available, which run about $14.25. We have phone cases available starting at $22.56. Other items include hoodies, sweatshirts, bags, notebooks, greeting cards, and really there's a lot of other options as well on Redbubble. That's where our store is located. So make sure to maybe check that out if you're interested. And, you know, let us know if you think you're going to want to purchase something from the store, and we can try to have that customization option available for you whenever, as the tournament progresses. So I believe that's all I really wanted to talk about at this point. Once again, just a reminder, make sure your schedule is available for all of September 1st for the bracket round, just in case you make it. We don't want you to sign up for the tournament and get that far and then have to drop out just because you can't show up on the day of the bracket. That's a horrible feeling, and we don't want you to have to go through that. This is going to be a tournament that's going to take a lot of your time probably over the next few weeks, just from the 2 rounds of pool play and then preparing for the bracket round as well. So that's all I have for now. Hope you guys are going to check out the application, sign up for the tournament, and I will see you all in the TTM Tournaments server once you have done so. Again, check out the description below for the link to the server. It's also in the application, but I will see you guys soon. Peace.